this one because I don't need this one. On this template, there are two template sheets. Both of them are locked. You cannot do anything with them except to duplicate them. This is kind of the framework. So if I want to do something with this, I'm going to hit this black plus button. It just created a copy of that. All right. For now, I'm going to call this basic PV and FV. This blank is, as it says, it's a blank sheet. The reason I have that, I have those three little things. I can quickly zoom in and out of the page, and I can go back to the previous one. Let me create a copy of this too. So suppose I was here, I want to go back to my blank. Sometimes the sheet that you want to go back to is buried somewhere. Instead of looking for it, just say go to the last one. I'll teach you guys how to do that. It's very easy to do. For now, let's go to our basic. Now, let's set up this problem of anytime I give you a future value and I ask, you know, how much it would take you to actually reach that future value given the present value, we're going to be able to handle with that. Now, in this case, I'm going to have three inputs, okay? I'm going to call my input 1 interest rate, okay? If you want to add an input, just click that green plus button. I'm going to here say length of time, or let's say length in years. I'm going to also add another one that's called compounding frequency. In this setup, we measure time in periods. Okay? I didn't say anything in this abstract environment what that period means. Is it a year? Is it a day, week, month? But interest rates are almost always quoted in what we call APR, which is short for annual percentage rate. For example, you get a credit card offer, it says 24% APR. That means they charge you 2% a month. You're not paying 24% a year if you don't pay anything. It's much higher. That's called the effective annual rate, which we're going to handle. So in general, period rate is equal to APR divided by F, where F is frequency of compounding. Most common, F is 12. That means interest is compounded every month. So if you have a 24% APR, 24% APR, and F is 12, then R is going to be 2%. And the so-called effective annual rate is equal to 1 plus APR over F divided by to the power F minus 1. Or in Excel, we have a formula for that. It's called effect, which we're going to employ. Those of you who had classes from me before know that I am a civilized person. Okay? If there are two ways to accomplish something, one is much simpler, I'd go for the simple one. That's what civilization is. I mean, did you really think that your ancestors preferred waiting for the lightning to strike the meat to cook it? No. They came up with the fire, then they just used the fire. That is indeed the mathematical way of living and thinking. If you haven't heard it before, mathematics is the art of reducing the problems into little things you know how to do. Okay? And I know how to use that in Excel, so I'm going to use it. Well, do I have to? No. I mean, I can be rather uncivilized and do the following. My year is equal to 1 plus 24% divided by 12 raised to the power 12 minus 1 equals. Okay? You can use OneNote as a inline calculator. It's rather nice. The difference with Excel is in Excel I have to write that formula once. I just have to change the inputs. In OneNote, I have to change everything all the time. But if you quickly need it, just go ahead and use it. Just like using a financial calculator. By the way, if you have a financial calculator and you want to use it, that sounds like a you problem, okay? A, Excel is a much better calculator, and B, I may know nothing about your own calculator, and C, and the most important, I make way too much money to teach you how to use a calculator. Doesn't mean I can't, I just don't want to. That's because I have a better calculator for you. Now, let's go back to our problem. I'm going to enter an arbitrary number for interest rates. For now, I'm going to enter 12%. Come on, man. Something wrong with my keyboard wall. And this happens only in this room. I don't know why. And usually when I have a number that's a percent, I put it in percent format. A, it looks better to the eye, and two, changing the number, I don't have to write 0.15 to write 15% once it's in percent format. So 10%, I'm just going to enter 10. Okay. Internally, nothing changes. It still keeps it as a decimal, which is 0.10. Length in years 5. Compounding frequency 12. Alright, I'm going to add one more input. That's going to be either present value or future value. For now, I'm going to tag it as a dollar figure. Now, you may also have options where things that are on or off. In this case, I want to do something that will handle either present value or future value. I mean, I don't want to do a separate template for calculating present values, separate template for calculating future values. I'm going to have only one option, so I'm going to delete this option, this little delete button. It deletes the row of table that you have selected. Okay. And I'm going to call this future or present value. I kind of have a special format for those cells. There's also a little macro behind it, and again, I'll teach you how to do that sometime during the semester. When I double click on that, it actually toggles through green light, yellow light, red light. So if it's a green light, I'm going to view the problem as a present value problem. Otherwise, I'm going to view it as a future value problem. Here, what I'm going to do is if the value for green light is 1, if it is 1, then write present value here. Otherwise, write future value. Did they teach you how to use the if function in the Excel class? Let me see the hands. Are you frivolous? Serious? I mean, that's one of the most basic functions. Why don't they teach it? Okay, I'm going to go back to my Zen slogan. Not my frivolous problem. I only worry about things I can do something about. I can't teach all the classes, even though I would love to teach that class. They don't let me. By the way, you can also put notes in each cell. When you hover over it, it tells you kind of what to do. Now it's present value. Okay. Now I'm going to enter the formula. Oh, I'm going to also call this if as an input. If my output is present value, my input is going to be future value, right? So if this cell is equal to 1,